proud student of California State University at Bakersfield. I will share a brief history of the courses that stood out and impacted me in my preparation for my future career in the field of education. My name is Martha Diaz, and this is my Liberal Studies Senior Capstone presentation. The arts and humanities were extraordinarily enchanting for the most part. In courses that were specific to California's history, a rich state full of diverse people, cultures, religions, and traditions, and then having the possibility to travel outside of California to learn about world civilizations and learning how some of those civilizations ended up here in California. Yes, this opened the floodgates of historical events, the multitude of traditions, values, and aspirations of humanity, and in return gave me a solid foundation to tolerance, appreciation, acknowledgement, and respect for people of the world as well as those that I live with here in this state. Through the arts and humanities courses, I was given the opportunity to grow and learn the varying methods and resources available to me to use with my students. In the Understanding and Appreciation of Music course by Dr. Roberto Provencio, I was able to appreciate music on a deeper level, and my enthusiasm was rewarded by the exposure to many genres of music, composers, and instruments. Another treat was the opportunity to attend musical presentations by orchestras as well as operas and piano recitals, which all made for learning as well as a fun experience. The dramatic literature and performance for youth chorus proved to be a true adventure. It is much easier to sit and watch and follow a theater play. However, after this course, I was able to define and create theater language, settings, scripts, and create pre-show and post-show lessons for a variety of ages. English composition courses proved to be slightly challenging compared to the other areas mentioned already, because the courses had intense writing assignments that in the end served their purpose in preparing me for the array of research papers, reflections, reports, and discussions that would accompany each and every course I was in. The arts and humanities have made me wiser and open-minded in a variety of methods that I can use to teach. The natural sciences courses undisputedly created a home in my daydreams as well as in my unconscious thoughts, continuously pushing me to review, redo, and ask once, twice, or 3 times when necessary to gain a better understanding of the particular discipline at hand. Math for Teachers was one class I looked forward to attending because the instructor's passion for math did not interfere with how he taught the course to us. He always gave a minimum of 2 examples and showed all the steps making it logical. I knew that I had the necessary tools to teach this subject in the future. Testing my memorization skills, hands down, was the biology course. The study of life, of human beings, of plants, animals, bacteria, and all living things. I realized that biology evokes a reaction of awe in me, and I hope to teach it as well as my instructors did for me. Another course was geology, and this one was great fun. It dealt with the Earth's physical structure and substance, its history, and the processes that act on it. The best part was that we live in a rich geological area that allowed for exploration in person, and this in turn will help when teaching the subject as a resource and field trip destination. The social and behavioral sciences courses were by far the ones I have the most classes accumulated in. One of my favorite courses was child psychology. Although it was a course I took initially, and when I first started, the impact of the lessons shown and studies made continue to shine through. I am able to better understand my students and their families, and I find this to be invaluable in my field of education. One recent course was field experience, participating in general education classes and spending the same amount of time in special education gave me a fantastic experience of the differences in getting education across to my students. let alone students with special needs and with diverse needs. It did not turn out to be as simple as it looked. In the end, and thankful to the lesson planning, it became less and less stressful and instead a positive challenge that will be accomplished in well thought out lesson plans. The Race and Ethnic Relations course was a renewed commitment to being and preparing my children and the students I work with to forming values that we make use of our ever-growing knowledge about our community, nation, and world to improve our skills of questioning, collaboration, decision-making, and problem-solving. Most of these courses created a stronger discerning and empathetic position, which allowed me to build confidence in being open to learning about new ideas, new methods, and new ways of looking at issues or concepts. We need behavioral and social sciences in our lives in order to sustain and improve our way of life. In addition to self-acknowledgement, self-knowledge, I developed intercultural knowledge and the ability to recognize and navigate diversity through research on the cultural values, history, language, traditions, arts, and social institutions of a group of people, people of different ethnicities, races, ages, abilities, sexual identities, religion, and classes. At California State University, Bakersfield, I was encouraged to critically explore diverse social experiences, world and local views, beliefs, practices, and values. The university is promoting substantial connections between people from different backgrounds and creating and encouraging positive connections. As a result, all of these courses combined, the sciences and disciplines have prepared me in my progress towards the field of education. The graph shows categories for foundational skills, natural sciences, arts and humanities, social and behavioral sciences. These categories are rated, with 10 being the highest in each category, as those that I was most impacted in and feel the strongest in. Foundational skills, a 6, natural sciences, an 8, arts and humanities, a 9, social and behavioral sciences, a 9. As evidence of learning, I provided an example of a lesson plan. Interestingly enough, my biggest challenge was creating lesson plans that included detailed thought and inclusion at all levels, inclusion of student needs, different teaching methods, and most important, how standards needed to be incorporated into all lessons. This held true for all courses that I took with Dr. Beverly Tyler and Professor Diane McNett. I have learned that I can only strive to be professional and as the authority in the classroom that the students will see and experience an even playing field. I am now able to plan the delivery of a lesson by using a variety of methods, visually, verbally, written. I am also able to ask the students to participate in order to see what they are learning by way of speaking, illustrating, writing. I also have the options of using software, art, theater, video, and any resource that will help deliver the lesson. We can't control who comes through our classroom doors or what a student's home life is like, but we can shift how we deal with and prevent transgressions. Its sounds and its consistent classroom approaches to behavior can go a long way in shaping where a student feels safe and will engage positively. Planning, teaching, and management strategies are underscored by recognizing that each student is unique. I can only strive to respect each individual and hope that this will transform my classroom into a place that the students genuinely look forward to being at.